Welcome to Lola, a stable genius, the making of a great leader.
Lola, what you doing? Lola Poodle, what you doing?
She's like really smart. We have been admitted into the inner sanctum, and this is Lola working with her top advisor and very close friend, Trixie.
Are you guys smart? Yes.
The two have a very long relationship going back to their college days. They were sorority sisters in the notorious Phi Beta K9. Trixie was always by her side and a steadfast advisor even then. Lola finally settled on archaeology. Lola was on the team and instrumental in the find of these rare and amazing footprints of humans and dinosaurs together. Lola was born when she was very young and surrounded by a loving family. Lola's brother Emo has become a shining star in his own right. He works as a lobbyist for dog treats. Lola's sister is the famous runway model, Peta. Raised on a Midwest farm, it was hard work, but the example of those around her installed a solid work ethic. Lola and her sister have remained close and often reminisce about their idyllic childhood, resource-guarding toys from each other. And how much fun it was being raised on a farm. Lola is not just a stable genius. She knows how to make decisions quickly and decisively, and she knows how to bring others with her and sway them with her abilities to persuade others. She's a charmer, but she is not afraid to stand up and fight for what she thinks is. She's also an amazing multitasker. Lola says it's one of her own superpowers. Lola is not just a stable genius. She's a high-energy leader. Her staff feels that sometimes they can barely keep up with her. But, as Lola herself says, there's a lot to do every day, and then there is much responsibility resting on my shoulders. No one's political life is without pitfalls. Sometimes it can be really hard to tell where the firm ground is and exactly what direction that policy should take. This is why it is so very crucial that you have staff and an inner circle of advisors that you can rely on to get you through diabolical twists and turns that are policy making. Nowhere is a politician more put to the test than during campaigning. Campaigning is hard work and requires a lot of diplomacy.
Stop jumping on his head.
No matter how hard you try, there are going to be those who are just not interested in your message, whereas others are worth a second conversation, as they may be able to help you in your campaigning efforts. It can be difficult to spend enough time in each area as you need to keep moving when you're on the campaign trail. One of the things that this administration campaigned on and feels very strongly about is helping those in need. And that means dogs that need rescued and need help. These are just a few of the hundreds of dogs that this administration has helped. Shh! We have been admitted into a secret planning meeting. The big question is, what are we planning? Sometimes it feels like the conversation is just going in circles. But Trixie and Lola always make great decisions based on poodleness. Another busy day at the office, and Trixie starts by checking her P-mail. I'm talking literally. Earlier I was working a rude male dog who urinated on my coat. Vital to any high-functioning government is an amazing Justice Department. Lola has put together a force to be reckoned with. James Ray McCat is such a man. Security is run with an iron fist encased in a velvet paw. A master of disguise, sometimes his own compatriots don't even recognize him. James Ray McCat, code name Basil, is shown here briefing one of his moles who is working at a foreign embassy disguised as a hamster.
Do you feel like somebody's watching you, Diane?
Well, I wonder why the hairs were standing up on the back of my neck.
The branches of government are many and confusing. Sometimes we find government in unexpected places, places where they've got no business being. In fact, you wonder how the heck they got there at all. Sometimes you have to work with others who are not as clever at policy as you are. In these cases, you have to let this drama play out because there's no other way for it to work. Sometimes lawmakers seem to be working at a snail's pace, and other times Congress makes the most amazingly rash decisions ever, with disastrous results. We all know how important foreign policy is as it becomes ever more a global world that we're living in, as opposed to the flat world we used to live in. This is Air Force One with head pilot Oliver. Trained by Sully Sullivan, he is on constant lookout for birds. Diplomatic relations are very important. Lola and Trixie meet with foreign dignitaries on a very regular basis. Foreign dignitaries are expecting you to recognize their culture and to be able to communicate effectively, no matter how strange the customs they are faced with.
Get your dish. Get your dish. Okay. Thank you.
It is an honor to be treasured, to be invited to Camp Dave Was Here, a hotspot for secret and official meetings named for Dave, because he was here. When the weight of the world is pressing down on her, it's refreshing to come here and walk in the lovely rose gardens. Even though it's working time, it still feels good to be out in the country, unwinding with friends, staring mindlessly into the fish pond. No golfing for this president. She wouldn't waste her time with that, but she does like to ride. This is her on the balcony in elegant riding attire. It gives her and Trixie some time, too, to spend a little time together, test your friend for prey potential, and, in general, have a good time. I urge you to please respect my copyright. I have a ton of work into this material. I do not wish it to be taken out of context because it is best understood in its entirety. Please visit us at www.brendaaloff.com. You will find loads of free information, essays, articles on training videos, and my clinic schedules for workshops. Also, visit my YouTube channel at Brenda Aloff. My Facebook page is Brenda Aloff. Get connected. We hope to see you there.